Joy from Joy Quilts. This is a minute quilt that I put together. This was a fabric that I didn't know what the heck to do with. It was one of those fabrics that came in a bundle, and there was so much going on. I could not figure out how to use it. So this is what I'm doing. Just cut it into 2 1/4 inch strips and minute it. Okay, so this is row 3. What I'm going to do is go over to the computer and load it. So it's going to ask where I want to start, and I'm going to tell it I want to start at the start point. So what I've done is I've moved the machine to the last stitch of the previous row to let it orientate itself, and what it's going to do now is move to the first stitch of the next row. I'm going to just zip over and pull the bobbin thread up. Press go. Now the funny thing with some of these minute quilts is you think they're square, but then as you kind of work your way through it, it fans out towards the middle and then maybe back in further down. I'm not really sure what it's going to do. So I'm just going to drop the design in a straight line, and because there's no border and there's no block to consider, when it's finished I'm just going to trim it down to 1/2 inch from the edge of the stitching. So in a way it's actually really easy, and I don't obsess over the size of it. So when I trim it, and then it will be square. Using Orifil cotton variegated thread. The bobbin is a darker color because, as you can see, the backing is a dark purple, and the top, because it's so busy already, I'm using kind of a creamy pinky brown light. I always try to use the same thread top and bottom. It eliminates an awful lot of tension issues. And no matter what thread it is, the bobbin will handle it. It does a great job on it. This design is called Leaforama. I believe we took it from our previous software package, and then just took it back into stitches in the Art and Stitch. Kind of messed with the design a little bit, adjusted the size, and then added stitches and converted it over to BQM, which is Bernina Qmatic. So as I said before, you can take any digitized design and do this to it. You can also take a pantograph or anything that's drawn out, and you can trace over it in the software, on the art side, and then you just have to add stitches after you do your reshape. You can move your start and stop points, you can split it in the middle and flip half left and half right, flip it upside down and backwards. You can do anything in the Art and Stitch side that you need to do. Often I don't need to do anything, so I don't. Sometimes I'll nest it in a little closer too. This one, all I did was I rotated it, I reversed it, starting on the left on one row, on the right on the other row, to kind of nest them in so that the edges will kind of coordinate. Otherwise, sometimes you get too heavy of a pattern on one side or the other. And this is the easiest way to eliminate that problem, is just to reverse every second row. A lot of times I'll flip it upside down as well, but this one didn't work upside down. It left too many spaces, so I just reversed left to right for every other row. Using an 80 ballpoint jersey needle, which tends to work for most of the threads that I use. It's an SUK, which is kind of a more dull end. I used to use really sharp needles, but I found that that wears on the thread and I get a lot more thread breaks. The ballpoint jersey just spreads the fibers apart and doesn't leave too big of a hole. Sharp needles sometimes will just cut through them and it'll cut your fibers, which kind of weakens your fabric. One of the options for the binding on this quilt is a bright yellow solid. I'm not sure that I'm going to go with that. Thinking more of a burnt orange might look better, or purple. It's already super busy. It's going to be about 62 by 75, so it'll fit a double bed. Be a top of a queen, but I think it will probably end up going in a twin or a double. That's what makes me feel particularly good, because this fabric has sat there for quite a while and I had no idea what to do with it. And it actually looks kind of neat. I'm glad that I finally pulled it out and didn't pull my hair out. So that's it. Leaf-orama on a 1.5 strip quilt. Reason it's 2 1/4 inches is I started out with 4.5 inch strips and it didn't work, so I ended up cutting everything in half and putting it back together. And less is more in this case. Joy Quilts, Facebook, Instagram, website. Have a great day.